the reflection in room 313. The Eldridge Hotel, with its grand facade and lavish interiors, had long been the pride of the small coastal town of Mariners Bay. Despite its charm, one room within the hotel remained perpetually unoccupied, room 313. Over the years, rumors had circulated about strange occurrences in that room, though the hotel management vehemently denied such tales, attributing them to overactive imaginations. It was on a stormy autumn night that Michael, a traveling salesman weary from his journey, checked into the Eldridge Hotel. Due to a booking error, the only room available was room 313. Unfazed by superstitions and grateful for any place to rest, Michael accepted the key. The room, to his relief, seemed ordinary. A large, comfortable bed dominated the space, flanked by heavy curtains that billowed slightly with the storm's fury. The only peculiar feature was an ornate, antique mirror facing the bed. Michael gave it a cursory glance before preparing for bed. However, as the night progressed, Michael found sleep elusive. The storm outside seemed to echo his growing unease. At first, he attributed it to the unfamiliar surroundings, but as he lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, he became acutely aware of the mirror. Its presence felt increasingly oppressive, as if it were watching him. Attempting to shake off the feeling, Michael turned to face the wall. That's when he heard it, a faint scraping sound, like nails against glass. The sound was slow, deliberate. Michael's heart pounded in his chest as he realized it was coming from the mirror. With a courage he didn't know he had, Michael turned to face the mirror. What he saw chilled him to his core. In the mirror, his reflection wasn't lying in bed. Instead, it stood at the edge of the frame, its eyes hollow, its expression twisted into a menacing grin. Frozen in terror, Michael watched as his reflection began to move independently, its hands clawing at the glass as if trying to break free. The scraping grew louder, more frantic. Michael wanted to run, to scream, but he was paralyzed, trapped in his own body. Suddenly, the mirror's surface rippled like disturbed water, and the reflection lunged forward, breaking the barrier between the mirror and the room. Michael could only watch in horror as his doppelganger, a twisted version of himself, crawled out of the mirror, its movements jerky and unnatural. The creature that had been Michael's reflection now stood at the foot of his bed, its eyes void of humanity. It whispered in a voice that was both Michael's and not, a sound that was an affront to nature. "Free," it hissed, finally free. In a desperate act of survival, Michael lunged for the door, flinging it open and escaping into the hallway. He didn't look back, didn't pause to hear if the creature followed. He ran, his screams for help echoing through the deserted corridors of the Eldridge Hotel. The hotel staff found him the next morning, huddled in a corner of the lobby, his eyes wide with unspoken horror. Room 313 was exactly as it had been when he entered, the mirror intact, no sign of the abomination he had witnessed. Michael left Mariners Bay, but the terror of that night never left him. He knew, with a certainty that chilled his soul, that what he had seen in room 313 was no mere reflection. And in the quiet, stormy nights that followed, in every mirror he passed, Michael saw a glimpse of those hollow eyes, a reminder of the horror that now walked in his image.